just continue what we were doing in the break there, you think?
Why not? It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think so. ENN brought to you by Security Dodge,
We
by the
shouldn't
way.
do it. It's interesting.
It's interesting.
But we shouldn't.
But we shouldn't do it.
That's
Go
right.
see Michelle Scalisi.
Come get some.
Yeah.
No, sure. Who wouldn't?
Anthony Pusick here, Peter, Don, Michael going off to do the Yankees in Baltimore, which is on Prime today, which is why Yes is still with us.
Oh, hey, yes.
Hi, Yes. And good evening to Michael.
When you drive home, you're thinking, you know what? I'd like to hold Michael's nose so he can't breathe anymore and dies.
Oh, my God.
That's
you don't think that, do you?
No, I don't think so. Michael feels that way. That's sad.
He's in a way today.
Don.
I'm not a Met fan. I'm not a Yankee fan.
So what are you?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was a Freudian slip. I got to tell you, the Mets are not as much on my radar right now. You know what this baseball season's been to me?
Okay.
I don't know if Peter will agree, because he's not a big baseball guy to begin with. The start of this baseball season has been like baseball in September on Sunday afternoon.
Okay, so there's football going on.
I'm watching football. I'm like, it's 3:30. I should check and see what the Mets are doing. There's just too much else going on, man. I love baseball as much as the next guy, and I love the Mets. But I got Rangers playoffs. I had Islanders last night. They got the Knicks playing big games. And right now, from a sports fan perspective, I'm not going to ask Peter because I know his answer. But you, as somebody who loves all sports, you watch a playoff hockey game, playoff basketball game, you need to turn on a baseball game. It's like, dude, man, it's at a different speed.
Yeah, I mean, the Yankees putting up a bunch of numbers on the Brewers was exciting, but when you're having the issues offensively,
if you're a baseball fan and you don't like any other sport, you're not going to get what I'm saying. But if you're a sports fan and you're a Ranger fan, you're a Knicks fan, you're a Yankee fan, or a Met fan, how does baseball win a face-off against all these exciting games that are going on? It's really tough.
It doesn't with me.
You mean like our friend Bob?
Bob, you watched the Knicks last night by any chance?
No, I was watching the Yankee game.
Yeah, good for you. Call another time.
There's so many. I don't know. Do you play the full extended with Don?
Well, hang on.
Or is it just me asking him going, no, watch the Yankee game? And by the way, or do you cut me out also and just get a no? I watch the Yankee game.
No, you're important in that. I think.
There's so much there.
There's so many different ways.
And listen, I get it. If you're a diehard Yankee fan, you should be watching the Yankees. But to call a general sports show to talk about Volpe not bunting, dude. I was by a lot of monuments.
I wanted to play that one because now we have to get through everything that transpired within the last 15 minutes on the show. And if you miss a minute, you miss a lot. And here's an example of what that could be.
All right, you're not a Knicks fan. Stick your head in the oven for a day. Go back tomorrow. I'm sure somebody won't bunt tonight.
Well, this
can't
one.
stick your head in
Come
the oven
on.
for one day.
Seriously, why?
If you do it for one day, Don,
Why?
there's no next day.
I didn't say to turn it on. Yeah, just put your head someplace.
Just in the
I didn't say to turn it on.
Because, well, think of what that does. Now you're overcome with what was it, carbon monoxide, whatever it would be to kill you, or just the heat, whatever.
If it was on,
now the rest of the house has to suffer.
I don't know if it's carbon monoxide. I hear what you're saying.
I don't know what it is. What ultimately would be your demise?
Bob, you watched the Knicks last night by any chance?
No, I was watching the Yankee game.
I would love to. Good for you. Call another time.
No, I was watching the Yankee game.
Yeah, I think
does do
the
good on
no
its
watching
own.
the Yankee game is your ultimate invite to the drop.
Banner day for Drop Madness today. This was kind of funny.
Would you rather die, reincarnate?
Oh, no.
I guess he made his choice.
So much happened today.
And this, too. Remember?
It's a very long hallway.
You think that it's way more than 60 feet is what you're saying?
No, but
All right, so then pipe down, both of you.
No, I'm going to go out and measure.
You got something? You gonna walk it? All right, he'll be back.
No. Do it after
It's too late.
break.
He's gone.
I got to tell you, walking into Rodney's office going, how long is the hallway? I thought he was going to look at me like it was crazy. He goes, no, I know exactly. Just look at the tiles.
That's engineer talk.
2-foot tiles.
That
Just
should
count
have been
them.
the answer. I'm going to read this tweet from. I want to give the person credit. Steve E says, "Today may have been the best or worst show of all time. I can't decide. It's honestly been that crazy."
I think you got to take it, right? You know who didn't have a good day? Stephen A. Smith. He was very, very excited after Game 4. He was not as excited after Game 5.
Why did Mitchell Robinson foul Tyrese Maxey on that three-point shot? Why did Josh Hart make the turnover on the outlet pass? Why did he not convert both free throws instead of just one? Why did he seem so erratic throughout the game? And oh, by the way, as great as Jalen Brunson was overall with his 40-point performance, did you not notice you had 4 teammates on the court with you in overtime to pass the ball to instead of taking every damn shot? The New York Knicks, with their injuries to Julius Randle, are not fully armed. They can't afford to play like that, but they did. And they gave up the big-time 3 from the logo to Maxey instead of doubling him. And Tom Thibodeau decides to play McBride and take DiVincenzo out of the game all of that time instead of interchanging both of them. There's a whole bunch of mistakes to point to.
Well, Stephen A's right. On the Don Show yesterday, Peter, from 6 to 6:30, somebody called up saying that he equated Tom Thibodeau to Herb Brooks, the coach of the USA team for the Miracle team.
Okay.
And used the quote, "You don't have enough talent to win on talent alone." Well, that's true. This Knicks team is probably going to not be as talented as the other teams that they face. So you have to do everything really well. And fouling on a 3 when you're up by 6 is an example of not doing things very well. Josh Hart not hitting both those free throws, not doing things very well. You can make the argument whether you should foul or whether you shouldn't foul, but if the coach wanted you to foul and that wasn't communicated properly,
that's maybe a bigger problem.
That also is an example of not doing things very well. And for a team like the Knicks that doesn't have Julius Randle, that only has Jalen Brunson as the scorer on a consistent basis, that are things that can't happen, and that is why this is going on to a Game 6 tomorrow.
That's really well said. I don't know what's the worst thing. Not thinking you should foul or thinking you should and not managing to get it done.
That's the worst.
I'd say,
because now what are we debating? They should have fouled. Well, Thibodeau agrees with you, but he couldn't get the message across.
So if we rank it, right? If we think there's 3 things that were egregious, not fouling, you've got the Robinson foul on the 3, and then you also have the Josh Hart not making both free throws. Do you put Josh Hart at number 1 because it's the most controllable thing? Making your free throws is the most controllable thing you can do?
Because think of the name. It's a free throw. Right. Free points. Didn't take advantage of it. And not just him, but there were a lot of other guys.
Say the Robinson 4-point play. I would say, and then it would be not fouling. I think, I honestly, because it also depends on the time of the game, because so many things happened before that.
Well, but it might be the Mitchell Robinson foul because that.
Because that set
you're
the
going to
ball
miss
rolling.
free throw. Nobody's 100%. All right, and it's not that's a mental error. It's not a mental error to miss a free throw.
Mitchell Robinson agrees, by the way.
I mean, I'm gonna just take it like a man. I f***ed up. So I mean, gotta be better next game.
Well, look, Mitchell Robinson, he had to be better. Deuce McBride said he had to be better. Josh Hart said he had to be better. Everybody is saying
Brunson's got to be better. This was a team effort last night. I know the final 28 seconds are what everybody's going to harp on, but there were big missed free throws down the stretch before then that could have widened the lead. Brunson, how many times you see him come up empty at the line? So everybody contributed.
Can I ask you guys something?
Sure.
Who is that again? That's who is that right there? On MLB Network.
On MLB Network.
It's on. It's behind the light.
Everything's behind the light.
You don't know who that is? You can't remember who it is?
I can't.
Who is it, Wayno? Why does his outfit look on TV like he's a guy who had like a really hard week at work and had like too many drinks at the bar on his way home?
Oh, my goodness.
No, am I wrong? Don, there's a certain
you know what he looks like? He looks like, remember the Seinfeld episode where Kramer's like working and he comes home with the briefcase and says, Jerry, we got to go out tonight. I'm going to leave all this. Like, he just looks like a broken businessman.
It's so funny, like when some people don't wear suits often and they like haven't gotten the wardrobe prepared, so they're wearing like an old-timey suit. The tie is 4 inches thick across, loose around the neck. Oh, God. It looks like he just had to unbutton, have himself a beverage.
The light is distracting, Don. You're right. You really can't see anything.
No, it's awful. And since we've gotten off ENN for a second.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Jake sends a tweet, says, we need more Tom Bauer on the show. Some of his drops on DNR were just scraping the surface of his genius. So I wanted to give a nice
where are
shout
those?
out to
Where can I find those? Are they on a page?
I can put some of them on the page.
Can you put a couple on the page? Because I don't listen. Tom, I'm not saying something one way or the other. I don't know if that's true.
Wow.
You don't know.
Tom is great. Tom is great on the morning show. DNR love him.
Really? I just don't. I can't trust a random person for telling me what's great. But maybe I'll hear it and go, "Oh my God, we're really missing out on something."
Maybe.
I mean, I have to imagine it's in the dryness of Tom.
Oh, definitely.
I honestly, I've been around Tom many days.
Right.
I still don't know if he's 100% human or AI.
Seeing you miserable makes me happy.
That's
See, right there. I could not tell you he actually said that.
Well, that sucks to be you. Let's keep the show moving, though.
See? Are these drops or not? I can't
You
tell.
know that it's skill position, right?
Yes.
And you decided, you know what, to hell with it, I'm just going to do whatever I want.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Dave gives Tom a hard time.
Yeah,
You
Dave-
know that it's skill position, right?
Okay, that's
Yes.
sorry.
And you
I hit
decided,
them all.
you know
I hit them all.
Oh, you hit them all
I hit
already?
them all. Oh, yeah.
Well, that sucks to be you. Let's keep the show moving, though.
that there is something there.
But honestly, he could have been saying that behind the computer.
That's right.
No, I was watching the Yankee game.
That was not Tom.
All right.
That was
Anthony
Bob.
Pusick continues.
Go ahead, sorry.
So, Coach Tibbs, what was the plan after Maxey made the three?
Yeah, no, you know, and again, in those situations,
That's-
you
Never wanna
talk
start
about
with
what you want to do.
unfortunate.
They're out of timeouts. Josh has got 2 free throws. It's 2. So you have to, communicate what your decisions are. And so, we could have done better in that situation, and we will.
See, that's not good to me. We could do better in that. I hear you, and of course you have to do better. But that should be a pretty. If he misses both free throws, this is what you do. If he hits one of them, this is what you do. If he hits both of them, this is what you do. And if he hits both of them, you don't foul at all because there's no chance that the Sixers come back. But with the chance that Josh Hart only makes one of those free throws, if the plan was to foul, then a foul should have happened well before he got past the logo.
Go ahead, Don.
And
I
Mike
have
Lubick
mixed
has said
feelings.
that's got to be a conversation in the huddle, right?
For sure.
This is what we do if he makes one. This is what we do if he makes both. This is what we do if he misses both. There's a lack of preparedness. That
is odd for this team.
It was an odd performance by the players. It was also a odd performance by the coach. I mean, I think everybody could take responsibility for what happened last night.
I think Alan said it best. Barton Hahn 12-3 right here on ESPN New York. They unlaced their sneakers at 29 seconds. They saw that they had the big lead. Jalen Brunson did the double fist pump. Tom Thibodeau looked like he was pretty comfortable with where things were. And they unlaced their sneakers, and that's what happened. And they stole game 2, and then they got game 5 stolen from them, and that's why we have a game 6.
I hope you're right. Because that's the best case scenario, right, Peter? That they read their press clippings, bad job out of us, we learned our lesson, it'll never happen again. And not, fatigue, decisions made because this team was exhausted because of the 7-man rotation. Because that can't get corrected.
No, it can't.
But daydreaming and, as you said, unleashing the sneakers, hey, our bad.
Now, Joel Embiid, of course, got razzed by the crowd again last night. He didn't have a great game, and I say that, and he has a triple-double, but he didn't have a great shooting game. He had 8 or 9 turnovers, so it wasn't the best game for Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey kind of took over. But Joel talked about being the villain in New York.
It's not hostile. I mean, I love New York. New York is, my favorite city in the world. I have a place here for the past 5 years, so I just love New York. And then the fans, when you play against a team, they're always going to pick that guy, and, they seem to have picked me, which is fine. I love it. I got to be the punching bag.
I think we lost the station.
Go back tomorrow. I'm not sure if we're still on the air. I'm not sure if we're on the air either, but I'm assuming that we are, and that our headphones just stopped working at this point.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay, so I'm just assuming that we are still good.
Okay.
Probably
So just
still
keep
on
going.
Yes. So
all right,
thanks to Yes for being with us.
We've lost. We can't hear each other, but we can't hear the sound. We do hear Tom, so something happened.
We hear Tom.
But we're gonna
Something
move
definitely
on.
happened on the station.
Yeah, my guess is we are not on the air.
But I would say we
proceed
are
as if we are,
most
just in
likely
case.
still on Yes.
There
So
you go.
Would they be getting the audio?
Let's just take the ears off. Well, no, we wouldn't be getting the audio from Yes. Yes has probably got
Well,
the
I
cameras
would
up, and
think
as you
Yes
can
would
see,
have already dumped
we're
out
still
if
on.
they
We're
couldn't
still
hear
on
us,
TV.
so we're
We
going to move forward.
No, I want to keep talking about the fact that we have no idea whether we're on the air or not. This is quite good quality stuff. Now, I recommend, Anthony, don't go to any of the audio on the screen.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely a good idea. Now, of course, the other reason why it would have been so good for the Knicks to win last night was because the Bucks, without both Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, managed to force a Game 6 in their series. They beat the Pacers.
How's that happen?
Well, Middleton and Bobby Portis led all scorers with 29 points each, and Pat Beverly became the first trio in Bucks history to all post double-doubles since 1981, according to ESPN Stats and Info. They won 115-92 in Game 6 now in Indy on Thursday. So you would have also had the Knicks having won Game 5, resting, and now having to await the winner of Milwaukee and Indiana. And then
I like being specific about the city they play.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it matters.
So that hurts them too because they could have had the rest. And that was the other game last night. Very weird situation. I don't know if you saw this, guys, in the Brewers-Rays game yesterday. Benches clearing
the
brawl.
fight. Okay, I heard there was an actual fight.
And as you've always said, Peter, is this really a benches clearing brawl? Oh no, this one
they fought.
This one was a benches clearing brawl.
I gotta look this up and watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
So it was in the 8th inning of the game last night. Jose Siri grounded out against Abner Uribe, leading off the inning.
Okay.
Uribe and Siri exchanged words near first base. An umpire stepped in between them, and then things got heated. Uribe threw a punch at Siri, and then he took a wild swing at a reliever, and then all the dugouts just came out. I mean, it was, for what we say, benches clearing brawl and everybody comes running out, this one, it kind of needed to happen. Because everybody came running out. And I believe there was, Brewers manager Pat Murphy got 2 games. I think Uribe got 6 games. Siri got 3 games.
Oh, this is legit.
This is a legit fight.
You think,
Don,
are you the kind of guy...
Yes, he's showing it right now.
Are you the kind of guy who, if this happens, you're running in and throwing a punch at someone?
I would like to think I'd be involved.
Or would you break it up? Would you run in and try to grab people, pull apart?
It depends on the
I guess it depends on the team, right? And
if I see somebody needs that it needs to be broken up, but I would think I'd probably be swinging more than breaking up. One thing I would not do is who was that, Jeter and Chad Curtis, kind of just chewing the fat while everybody else was throwing down. Do I have the names correct from back then?
Yeah, his name was Derek Jeter, I believe.
the Mariner-Yankee fight.
So this is what it was. Brewers starting pitcher Freddie Peralta got a 5-game suspension for intentionally throwing at Siri during the top of the 6th.
Which is a game suspension when you're a pitcher.
Yeah, correct. Abner Uribe got 6 games. He's a reliever. That's a little more...
Wait, who threw the first punch for Milwaukee?
I believe it was Uribe threw a punch at Siri, and then Siri threw the punch back at Uribe. Siri got 3 games.
Impressive. Uribe throws the first pitch, and impressive because Siri is wearing a helmet at the time. He pulled like the old football players fighting move where you're throwing punches at a helmet. Right. He threw it right at the batting helmet.
It's the taking off your penalties helmet.
Also, I'm checking out social media. We are on Yes and on the radio.
We
are on the radio?
Yeah,
that's awesome. No idea why
we just can't hear ourselves, but everybody else can hear us.
So here's what was interesting. I was trying to
start dropping F-bombs.
Well, I don't know if anybody could hear that my voice doesn't sound like it usually does. My allergies are absolutely brutal this week.
You sound the same.
So I was trying to turn my mic on and off, and it wasn't turning off, and I wasn't going to bring that up on the air. And then when I tried to play audio, it died out, and then my headphones went, and I knew that we were in trouble. But Rodney's in here. He's going to have it.
By the way, 2 things. One, it turned out we were never in trouble. We were just sounding like idiots going, "Are we on? Are we on?"
Hello.
And then,
good point.
And then, say what you will about Rodney. I remember, in fact, a time when Don yelled, "Wake up, Rodney!"
Yeah, Rodney, wake up.
But I got to tell you, it's 6:20, and the man is still here. He walked right in. I'm thinking, poor Tom's going to be making phone calls. No, the engineer runs in the room. Now, why is no audio functioning at the radio station?
Don't know.
Do we have the ability to go into commercials when it's time to do that? We don't know. But we're on the air on both Yes and 98.7.
Which is great.
And the ESPN New York. Well, when you do a show,
it's good when
you love when the show
I'll tell you what, I'm very concerned about this, but in 4.5 minutes, I'm walking out the door. So
I have a feeling Rodney will not.
Good luck, everyone.
Well, hold on. What if we can't? What if they can't go anywhere? Oh, but Dan's here.
Dan's here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's another studio.
By the way, what a professional. Dan gets here hours early. I mean, either that or he hates his family.
Oh, my goodness.
No. His wife's a teacher. She's not home. They're Sans kids.
Right.
So it's
not hating a family. He just wants to get to work.
He's a professional, man.
What do you guys think of by the way, the new glasses today?
I was going to comment. Very good. I like them a lot.
It is less Dahmery, which I think plays in your favor.
They look like they feel lighter.
They are lighter. Peter had me. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me? They're
like
a dream.
I was afraid to hold them.
They're a dream.
You know what's going to happen with those glasses?
You forget. You're
going to walk around saying, "I can't find my glasses." Your wife's going to go there on your head.
Now, the interesting thing is, I didn't realize when I got the original glasses that they were that there's such a big difference between fashion frames and practical frames. So after a month of wearing them, oh my God, my head hurts. You can't wear these all day. Now I'm going to wear these. I might sleep in these. I mean, they're gorgeous.
I wouldn't do that. They're probably
Shout out to Euro Optica up on Columbus Ave.
Good job out of them. On Columbus, that's where we are. That's good.
Oh, yeah, no. I got them on my way here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We can hear ourselves now.
I can hear.
Yeah.
Really?
Do I sound any different?
I can hear again.
Wake up, Rodney.
Do we sound any different?
Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Tom. Because Tom was very calm through that whole thing.
Yeah, there was no panic.
I saw. No, I'm not going to go that. No panic. I saw him get up and run. That's what you should do.
Yeah, but panic is.
But once you get to the running, then you got to come back. You got to make sure.
You can't stroll. It would have looked bad if he was strolling.
But there could be some people who were on the board that they'd be running in place and soiling themselves. Tom
Mark,
didn't
you're
do
not
that.
a Knicks fan. Stick your head in the oven for a day.
That
Like,
works
what if you
too,
just saw him? He was bouncing up and down, and you just saw like he wet his pants. That's a panic.
Well,
He had to run because he didn't know if we were on the air or not.
or by the way, it could even be a step worse than that. What if it was
Chocolate soft serve
Right.
in your pants.
So it
It's
didn't do
not
that.
exactly the equivalent of running towards the flames, but he
Rodney,
did his
what
job.
happened?
Never good when
Rodney, what
Rodney's
happened?
on the phone.
Apparently,
pointing-
we're still in peril.
He just gave us a thumbs down signal. Is it good when your engineer gives you a
Yeah, it's
thumbs
not-
down signal?
Apparently, we can hear ourselves now, and we're off.
That's even worse. Let's see if anybody can hear this, because apparently Nick Nurse didn't hear the MSG crowd yesterday.
I think, again, I think everybody was giving him encouragement to just kind of keep doing his thing, and, it didn't have to be perfect. It was kind of like just whatever the matchup is, whatever the coverage is, or whatever, like, we were encouraging him not to, like, accept anything, just continue to try to be aggressive and defeat whatever the changes were that were going on. Was the Garden loud last night? Yeah.
I gotta tell you, Nick Nurse is turning himself into quite a villain.
I got to tell you, to play the role of Michael, he's underrated handsome, Nick Nurse.
Oh, there you go. Peter, your thoughts on that? Nick Nurse, underrated handsome?
No, but he's like kind of cool.
Yeah, he's kind of
cool for a coach. I'm not mad at Nick Nurse.
No, I mean, it can't be
I'm
mad.
surprised he didn't notice how loud the building was.
I mean, his name though is almost like if the name Nick was a woman's name, it's almost like he has like a fake porn star name.
Oh, wow. That's quite the...
Like starring Nikki Nurse. That sounds like something.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I was by a lot of monuments.
Sure.
That's the name of the porn he was in.
So,
a lot of monuments.
Peter, mini Tiger Watch. We don't need the audio for it. Tiger Woods is on track to play once a month, and he's focused on the majors. He's mapped out his calendar before the season, as you know, but his physical limitations continue to make it challenging for him. While he completed the Masters last week, the 48-year-old took a cold plunge every day to get his body going and says he was extremely sore when he left Augusta National. He hopes to capture his 16th major title. It just seems like his body's not going to allow him to do the things he wants to do.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, that's what I've been beginning to realize, and hopefully we'll still get, our fair share of Tiger. But yeah, my expectations are not what they once were, although I will say I'll still never count the man out.
Well, I got news for you guys. This has been a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed this. I'd like to say that'll do it for ENN, brought to you by Security Dodge. Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during their Memorial Day sales event. I'm not quite sure if we can go to break.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think we definitely have to say goodbye to Yes.
All right, we say goodbye.